All right, let's settle this once and for all. Karate or Playwright? Which one should you actually use for API testing? Now, I get this question a lot in my training sessions, and honestly, most people ask it the wrong way. They ask which one is better, like it's some kind of fight. But that's like asking, is a scooter better than a truck? Well, better for what? See, Karate was born to test APIs. That's literally its job description. Play was born to drive browsers, clicking, typing, navigating. It can also talk to APIs, sure, but that's not what it was built for. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm not going to tell you which one to fall in love with today. I'm going to show you exactly where each one shines and where each one struggles. Deal? Let's go. Let's break this down, point by point. And I want you to think about your own project while I go through this. Not some theoretical app, your actual test suite. First, core purpose. Karate was designed from day one for API testing. It was designed to control a browser. Think of it like this. Karate is a chef's knife, made for cutting. It's a Swiss Army knife. It has a blade, but, that's not really the main tool, is it? Now, here's the one that really matters. JSON assertions. In Karate, you write one line. Match response equals this shape. And done. In Playwright, you write one expect statement for every single field. 10 fields in your response, 10 lines of code. Question for you. If your API response has 30 fields, which one do you want to be maintaining 6 months from now? Next, can a non-developer read your test? Karate uses this gherkin style, almost plain English. Your manager, your business analyst, they can open that file and actually understand what's being tested. It's JavaScript. If you're not a developer, that file might as well be in another language. And last, footprint. Play quietly loads an entire browser engine in the background, even when you're just hitting an API. That's like starting your car engine just to check the tire pressure, okay? Karate skips all of that. Lightweight, in and out. Okay, enough talking. Let's actually look at code. Same exact test on both sides. Get a user by ID, check the response looks right. On the left, Karate. Look how it reads. Given this URL, when I do a get, then status should be 200 and match the response against this shape. That's basically a sentence, isn't it? Even if you've never written a test in your life, you could read this out loud and understand it. Now, flip to the right, play same test, but look what it takes. Get the response, pull out the JSON, and then one expect line for the ID, another for the name, another for the email. Every field, its own line. Here's my question for you. Imagine this wasn't 3 fields. It was 30. Nested objects, arrays inside arrays. On the Karate side, that match block barely grows. On the Playwright side, you're writing expect statements till your coffee goes cold. That VS badge in the middle isn't just decoration, by the way. That's literally the trade-off, sitting right in front of you. So let's bring this home. If you remember just one line from this whole video, remember this. Playwright can call APIs. Karate is built to test them. That's it. That's the whole debate in one sentence. Now, before you go rewrite your entire test suite, hang on. Ask yourself one question. Is API testing a small side task inside a bigger UI flow? Like you're mostly clicking through screens and occasionally hitting an API to set up some data? Then relax. Playwright's request module is more than enough. Don't go adding a second framework for no reason. But if API testing is the job, if that's 90% of what your team does day to day, then think about it. Why are you fighting your tool, writing 20 lines to do what Karate does in 3? Okay, pick the right knife for the job. That's really all this comes down to. All right, that's a wrap. If this cleared things up for you, hit like, and I'll see you in the next one.